Welcome to this channel. I hope you're all doing good. In this video, we are going to explore two new type of charts. One is the line chart and another one is the area chart. So we'll start with the line charts. So as the name suggests, in this chart, the data is depicted as in the form of lines, and these charts are mainly used to show trend lines or trended view of your data. So say if you want to show data for multiple periods like months or years, quarters, or say if you also want to show it as per a region that you want to show, so that can be depicted as lines instead of bar graphs or pie charts. So let's quickly see how the line chart is prepared. So for this example, I have a very simple table in front of me where I have plotted the sales and their budget according to the region wise. So we'll first create a line chart where we'll be showing only the actual sales for these regions. So we'll go to insert, and in the insert chart section we'll look for this line graphs, and here you will see there are a few examples or options. So you have various kind of line charts. So line, you've got stacked line, you've got 100% stacked line, you've got line with markers, and stacked with line with markers. So this is the most basic form of line chart where if you are showing more than one data set, so these will overlap according to how you want to show the data. Here this line will be stacked one over the above, and it will not be overlapping each other. In the 100% stacked line, there will be one fixed line that will become your it will become as a comparator, so that will remain fixed, and the variable will move up and down according to it. And these are the same chart types but with markers, but you can also include markers in these normal charts as well. So we'll show you how to do that. So let's quickly create a simple line chart. So we'll click this line, and you can quickly see that it has already prepared the chart, and it has plotted those numbers as a form of line in this chart. So you can see that for A it is showing 100,000, for B it is showing 150,000, and likewise. Just like the other videos, or just like the other charts that I've shown in the other videos, you can also insert data labels by right clicking over the chart, or right clicking over this line and click add data labels. So this will show you all the data labels associated to these data points. There are ways you can format this. So first of all, the most basic, you can either click these grid lines and press the delete or backspace, and you can remove them. You can increase the font size of them if you want to. You can also decrease or increase the font size of the data labels and everything. You can also give it a random chart name. So by default it has picked up the column heading, but you can also give it a title of your own. So what else you can do with this chart? Here you can see that all of these values are coming as absolute numbers. So say if we want to change them into say thousands or millions, how we can do that? You need to right click over the chart, and let's go to format chart area. Here we'll select this labels, and we'll click the access options by going into this options button, access options button, and we will change the display units to either hundreds, thousands, or million. and as you're changing them, you can see that your data labels is also changing. So for simplicity, let's stick it to thousands. You can also change the location of your data label. So if you click them, this option will open up, and here you can select, like if you want to position them in the center, left, right, above, or below. So that is totally your choice. Just as I was showing you, there were multiple chart types. There was one type of chart where you could it included markers. So what are markers? So as you can see, as of now, this is a plain line, and say if I remove these data labels, it's not easy to make out that where is the data point lying in this chart, right? So what you can do, you can click the chart and you can go to the format fill and line options for this chart and click the marker option. So over here, let's put in some markers. So markers are a built-in pointers where you can emphasize on the data point. So you can show it either as a square, circle, triangle, cross, or any other shape you want to show. So let's give it a diamond, and we can increase its size as well, like how you want to show this. You can also change the color of the line. So right now it's like by default it's showing as blue. You can change it to orange or any other color of your choice. Let's stick to blue. And likewise, you can also go into the marker section and change its color as well, like if you want to show. So this is changing the border, and if you want to change this, the inside of that marker, you can change it from here. So it totally depends upon how you want to show the chart. You can also smoothen this line, and it does look good when you're showing it in the presentations. So for that, when you click the line and go to the fill options for line, you'll see there is an option called smoothed line. By default it's unchecked, but if you check this, then you'll see this has smoothed out all those corners and sharp edges, and it forms like a thread. And it's I believe most of the time it will not suit your end, like suit your need, but sometimes it does. Trust me, it does. But I will leave that to your good judgment, like how do you apply it. But yeah, you can do that. So let's add one more data set over here. This time we'll include the budget. So let's click over this and we'll click select data. Over here I'm going to select the whole table as my range now, and I'll click OK, and you'll see that it has now plotted this budget as a secondary line item. And I can also include a legend so that I know what I'm seeing. So I'll include a legend at the bottom, and as you can see, the line with the blue line with orange dots, it represents the sales number, the actual number, and the orange line with the orange circular markers, it represents the budget. So that's how you can create a normal line chart. So we were seeing some other options as well, or other line graphs as well. So let's quickly see how you can use them. And at the later, we'll quickly go through the predefined formats that are already saved by Microsoft Excel. So we'll select this data now, go to click, insert, and we'll click this option, and this time let's see what we can see in the stacked line chart. So I'll click this, and as I said before, it has stacked these two data sets on top of each other, but they are not overlapping each other like we were seeing over here. So you can see the blue line is coming as shown, is depicting the sales number, and the orange line is depicting the budget numbers, but they are not overlapping. So that's how you can create line items or line charts. There's another type of chart that I want to show you, although this will be a very quick breezer type of video for that chart. So this is the area chart. Although its application is a bit limited, but it can be useful when you want to compare two sets of data. So say if you have a budget number and you want to compare how the actuals are panning out against it, so you can try to use the chart, but most of the time it does not succeed because it kind of obscures your data. But it totally depends upon you that how you can use this chart. So as you can see that by default it has created this chart and it's not making any sense, right? So let's do one thing. We'll take this budget, we'll take it into back, and we'll bring the actuals in front. Then let's see how it looks like. So for that, we'll right click over this chart, we'll click the select data, and we'll take this on top and click OK. Now you can still see that what it is showing. So it's showing that the orange rectangle in the behind, that represents the budget that I have built for each of these regions and which region has gone on top of that. So you can clearly make out that region B, D and E are achieving more than the budget, whereas C and A are underachieving. So this is one of the uses of using a chart, that the user does not even have to go through the numbers. He can clearly make out from the chart that okay, these particular areas are not doing good or they need emphasis, and these are doing good. So that's how a area chart works, and it totally depends upon how you want to make use of it and how you can use it. So as I said, towards the end of this video, we'll also go through the default or the pre-built formatting that is available. So we'll click on this chart that we had prepared in the beginning of this video, and once you go to the chart design, you'll see that there are a few examples of predefined charts that or formats that Microsoft has already provided us. So you can click them and just play around with them and see which one looks better and which one fulfills your need. Yeah, there are some pretty good examples that have been provided over here. So that's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new, and I urge you to practice these charts, because more you will practice, the more you will get perfect on with them, and I hope that you will be able to use them in your day-to-day work. Thank you once again for watching this video. I hope you will continue learn something new from our videos, and if you're doing that, give us a thumbs up, and also do subscribe us if you have not done that, so that you do not miss out any other videos that we will be releasing in the future or we have already posted in the past. I hope you are gaining some knowledge from them, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.